When I was 9 years old, I went to summer camp for the first time. My mother packed my suitcase full of books. In my family, reading was the primary social activity. We loved the warmth of being together, yet each being free to travel to adventure in our own minds. I thought camp would be just like that, only better. I imagined 10 girls sitting in a cabin, reading quietly in their pajamas. But camp was different. It was more like a loud party without the music. On the first day, our leader taught us a cheer. R-O-W-D-I-E. That's the way we spell rowdy. I couldn't understand why we had to be so loud. I just wanted to read. But every time I pulled out a book, I was asked, "Why are you being so quiet?" Quiet was seen as the opposite of the camp spirit. So I put my books back in the suitcase. I hid who I was. And for years I received the message that being quiet and introverted was wrong. Many of us go through life denying our intuition to be quiet. We become lawyers when we want to be writers. We go to crowded bars when we'd rather have dinner with a friend. This is a loss for us, but it's also a loss for the world. To understand why, we have to understand what introversion actually is. It's not the same as being shy. Shyness is the fear of social judgment. Introversion is about how you respond to stimulation. Extroverts crave high amounts of stimulation to feel good. Introverts feel most alive and capable when they are in quieter, more low-key environments. The key to maximizing your talent is to put yourself in the zone of stimulation that is right for you. Here is the problem. Our most important institutions, schools and workplaces, are designed for extroverts. Think about a typical classroom today. When I was a kid, we sat in rows. Today, desks are grouped in clusters of 5 or 6 children facing each other. Even in subjects like math or creative writing, children are expected to act as committee members. The child who wants to work alone is often seen as an outlier or a problem case. The same is true at work. We work in open-plan offices without walls, constantly exposed to the noise and gazes of others. We overlook introverts for leadership, even though research shows that introverted leaders often produce better results because they let their employees run with their own ideas. History's greatest leaders and creators were often introverts. Eleanor Roosevelt, Rosa Parks, Gandhi, they all described themselves as quiet and soft-spoken. They took the spotlight not because they loved it, but because they had a duty to do what was right. In fact, solitude is often a fundamental ingredient of creativity. Darwin took long walks alone in the woods. Dr. Seuss dreamed up his stories in a lonely office in a tower. Steve Wozniak invented the first Apple computer while sitting alone in his cubicle. Solitude matters. For some people, it is the air they breathe. For centuries, we knew this. Moses, Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, they all went off alone to the wilderness to find their revelations before bringing them back to the community. No wilderness, no revelation. So, how do we fix this? We need a better balance of yin and yang. Here are 3 things we need to do. Stop the madness of constant group work. Our schools and offices should encourage casual interaction, but they must also provide the freedom for independent, deep thought. Go to the wilderness. Be like Buddha. You don't have to move to the woods forever, but we all need to unplug and get inside our own heads more often. Check what's in your suitcase. We all carry something. Extroverts, keep sharing your energy and joy. But introverts, you probably have a suitcase full of books and deep ideas. Don't feel guilty about your quietness. The world needs you. It needs the things you carry. Every now and then, I hope you will open your suitcases and let others see. Because the most powerful messages don't always come from the loudest voices. I wish you the courage to speak softly. If this message resonated with you, subscribe to Real Mindset Motivation. To all the introverts watching, your quiet is your strength. I'll see you in the next video.